Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and today we're going to have a look at the GFS, the GEM, the Icon, the Arpege model, and then we'll have a look at the live radar and the Met Office warnings for the current snow that we're going to be seeing tomorrow morning for eastern and northern areas. Now it's actually quite substantial snowfall we're going to be seeing. The big caveat though is it's going to be very temporary. By the afternoon, all areas really will be seeing mostly rain, maybe a bit of sleet still towards the far east, but generally it'll turn back to rain. So it probably will wash the snow away, so I'm not expecting there to be any lying snow around, well, at least not too much, especially further south and eastwards, come Saturday evening, Sunday. But it's going to be quite significant snowfall during tomorrow morning. Very temporary, but significant nonetheless. We're on for the GFS current runs. This is the 6 o'clock run, so latest model output. You can see it readily turns to snow on that front edge. And as it hits colder air further east, especially further southeast, East Anglia, southeast England, sort of London area, going into Kent, could see significant snowfall and could have temporary accumulations. As tonight we currently do have a frost, so the ground temperatures are actually very cold. And remember, this is only in about 9 hours' time. This front will start to reach areas where we could see some snow. So the ground is going to be frozen, so do expect there to be some lying snow around quite widely where the snow does fall. But it will soon turn to rain on its back edge. Certainly most of the heavier precipitation I'm seeing is going to be turning as snow, but it looks like the back half, last maybe couple hours will be rain. So the first maybe 3 or 4 hours snow, and then the last couple hours rain. So we could see a good 2, 3, 4, 5 centimetres of snow before it turning back to rain and washing away. Beyond that, it's quite mild, again on Saturday into Sunday. Not warm or very mild, but above freezing, maybe 5 or 6 degrees. So it will melt away the snow very quickly, where we do see some fresh snowfall in the south and east. Further north we do see a top up of snowfalls. However, that's mostly over the hills. Low-lying areas will mostly see rain. However, I can't rule out a surprise snow event. We'll look at the GEM now, see what the GEM is showing. This is the 12 o'clock run. And as we run through the GEM, you can see readily turns to snow, more snow on this than the GFS, and you can see widely heavy snowfall in the southeast for 9 AM. And you can see it actually maintained snow for most of the event in East Anglia. We actually do have an amber warning out for East Anglia towards London, so I suspect a lot of the models are sort of seeing this where it maintains snow for the longest. Maybe not the heavier precipitation, but definitely the GEM here, but it's certainly falling as snow for the longest in that eastern portion before turning back to rain right on the back edge. Beyond that, again, a bit milder with rain showers coming in. So it does look like there could be some significant accumulations for a good maybe 6 hours of snow there. If you see snow first arrives 3 AM, doesn't clear until maybe midday potentially. So you could be seeing 8-9 hours of snow with heavy snowfall. You could see a good few inches with that, especially as it's quite cold and it's freezing temperatures overnight. Next we'll have a look at the Icon model, so it's a bit more of a detailed model, and we'll just scroll down quickly, and as we run through you can see readily turns to snow on the northern edge, and you can see just in that East Anglia where we've got that amber and yellow warning for snow, it's going to be looking at snow where most other areas are looking as rain. I suspect the snow might be a bit more widespread than that. It's just that's the areas where we're looking at the most amount of snow. So sort of London northwards and then eastwards. So East Anglia, northern parts of London, so maybe Hertfordshire, Essex, potentially Bedfordshire, maybe Lincolnshire, maybe that's a bit too far west. Getting into East Anglia, Suffolk, Norfolk sort of area. That's what we could be looking at. Maybe some significant temporary accumulations before it does turn back to rain for the last maybe hour or so. And then a few showers come in overnight into Monday and Sunday. Next, we'll have a look at the Arpege models. This is a very detailed French Arpege model, and it does hour by hour, so we can see exactly when it expects snow to start. And it does initially start as rain, potentially, before readily turning to snow in that sort of yellow and amber warning region. Around 5 AM, it's looking like widespread snowfall starts to be falling. By 9 AM, it's still falling snow, around London area, East Anglia, up towards the northeast as well. It's actually showing some significant snowfall there, and down into the southeast. Of Kent as well, we could be seeing a bit of snow, and does maintain rain all the way to around lunchtime before turning back to it stays of snow until around lunchtime before turning back to rain right on the back edge. Last couple of hours turning to rain there, especially in London. Last maybe 1, 2, 3 hours rain. Further into East Anglia, potentially snow all the way right until the last maybe hour of precipitation. So very significant precipitation potential was there. So we'll have a look at the live radar. So this is the current band of precipitation, so very heavy precipitation. So these yellows and dark greens will be giving very intense precipitation. Remember, you don't really need a lot of snow if you've got cold surfaces like we do have to provide some accumulations. So at least this front edge where we have got a lot of heavy rain could be turned to snow. It's already turning to snow over towards Scotland. And northern England, but you can see there is a lot milder area behind it, turning it back to rain. So it's really going to be a nowcast situation. It is looking quite encouraging for areas. Maybe the best spot, maybe Cambridge, maybe a bit eastwards of that. Maybe looking at the sweet spot, maybe further down into Essex as well. Again, this general area, and I'll show you the amber warning in a minute. Away from the coast, though, definitely. It does look like on the coast, though, we may see more rain. So, for some of these coastal towns, it may be just rain. So, we'll next have a look at the Met Office warnings. So we currently have this ice warning out. We've had that for most of the week, really. A lot of snow showers. And there's still widespread ice and potentially snow over hills. But it's this area further south and east where we've just got the right parameters for snow. You see a big yellow warning, and that's generally where we are seeing most of the models are showing precipitation. But you can see most of them agree that we're going to be definitely seeing some heavy snow in this amber warning. So just to the north of London. Remember, take this amber warning with a bit of pinch of salt. It could be moved perhaps further west. I wouldn't suspect it to be further east, and potentially further southwards as well. So you could see that enlarged a little bit in terms of what they're expecting the amber zone could move a bit further westwards and southwards. So even if you're in London, maybe Essex parts, don't be surprised if you do see significant accumulations. So with this amber warning, it's quite small, but again, it's quite significant conditions. First amber warning we've had in the southeast, probably for a good 2 years. So very interesting, or amber warning for snow at least. So if you have a look at this yellow warning for snow, you can see further details. An area of rain will move eastwards through Saturday, and it's likely to turn to snow as this runs into cold air over east and southeast of England. Snow is likely to fall to low levels, so quite widespread. East Anglia, parts of Kent, Sussex, longest 1 to 3 centimetres of snow may fall quite widely, with 5 to 10 centimetres in places, mostly over parts of East Anglia and any higher ground. So maybe anywhere over maybe 100, 200 metres. I mean, there's probably not that many spots over that height. But if you've got a good 100 metres, maybe a bit more of elevation, that could just give you an extra half an hour of snow compared to areas that are more towards sea level. So again, that could pep up your accumulations. If you look at the amber warning, a band of heavy snow is likely to bring disruption as it moves eastward on Sunday. It's only a 9-hour amber warning, so it's definitely going to be quite a localized, short event, but it could be very significant. Because if we have a look at the impacts matrix, you can see it's quite high impact, but it's very likely as well, at least towards this area. An area of rain will move eastwards. General same description. 1 to 2 centimetres expected to go fairly widely, with 5 to 10 centimetres in place. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if 5 to 10 centimetres fell maybe further south, more into North London, suburbs of London, maybe into Hertfordshire, St Albans, Chelmsford, Essex, maybe into Ipswich, even Cambridge. Some of these areas are not quite in the amber warning. You could still see 5 to 10 centimetres, as again, the models are very, very uncertain exactly where this sort of dumping of snow that we could see in the amber warning, where the sweet spot of colder conditions and precipitation will end up. So wherever that does happen, you will be seeing a lot of snow. It'll be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow with the radar, and I'm going to try and get up early and see it as it happens. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you are going out anywhere tomorrow, especially in the south and the southeast and East Anglia, do mind out for the snow. If you can do something tomorrow in the afternoon, I suspect you should do it in the afternoon, perhaps when the roads are less likely to have any snow on it, and most of the snow probably will have melted by then. So, stay safe, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.